Well, big things are happening at MD Triple Creek Ranch. With the decrepit old barn gone, that made room for a 60 by 60 shop is what we're going for. Right now, we're digging out for the footings. So what we had to do is, because the shop is so big and because it is Missouri and everything's on a hill, we had to cut out the hillside about 5 feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 sides are going to have either a full 8-foot retaining wall or some partial retaining walls. So right there at the bottom of the screen, that'll be a full wall, and then going to the top of the screen on each side will be some partial retaining walls. And then the footings have to be underneath the slab that's not under the ground. So my understanding is, I believe that is to keep the building from shear motion and it's trying to slide away. I'm not a civil engineer, so don't quote me on that, but I do know buildings need footings. So I contracted this work out, found a great local guy that runs a contracting company, or concrete company, and he's out here. This is James Webb. He's working on digging out the footings, and then he will also be pouring the walls and pouring the floors. So pretty excited. You know, this has been a dream of ours really ever since we bought the place 6 years ago. We've always wanted to put an actual shop in. Our plans is it's going to have a wood shop, great big bay for the skid steers and things like that. We're looking at probably having, I'm calling it a dog kennel, but it's not going to be a true dog kennel. It's going to be probably close to a 20 by 20 room that the dogs can come and go from. I have grand plans for what this is actually going to entail. So we will see. And I will try to do a video here in the near future of the design process of what we did to actually come up with this design. Obviously, this wasn't just called up a company and said, hey, put me up a 60 by 60 building. So I do want to point out on the bottom side of the shop, you can see that little white pipe. That is a through pipes for floor drains. I don't know if you'll be able to see it much going forward, so I did want to point that out. We do have some floor drains in there, so that should be kind of nice. I've never actually had a garage with floor drains, so super excited about that. And this is the pump truck. Because of the hillside, because of the location, just pouring with an actual cement truck and just maneuvering the cement truck around wasn't an option. So for everything we had to do, we had to use a pump truck. Pretty cool. I really enjoy watching them work, but you know, that adds to your expenses of construction costs. So that is another factor of what limited us, is just how much of we're going to have to do with the pump trucks. So as we talked about, anywhere that there's not going to be a retaining wall, they have a footing, but wherever we have the retaining walls, they are pouring this footing above ground. So it's going to give them a nice level, stable platform that they can actually put all the frames up for the walls, along with those little kickouts that are about 4 feet, just to give that wall extra strength and stability. That white pipe there going through it again, that is for more drain pipes, so we can actually get plumbing out the wall, and you know, I don't have to try to cut through concrete. So how a pump truck works is exactly like how it sounds. The cement truck actually backs up and unloads the concrete into the back of the pump truck. There's a hopper at the very back of the truck, and all that concrete then goes all the way through that orange boom, all the way up and then all the way down. And because it's mobile, they can put that concrete pretty much exactly where they want it, with probably, I mean, this was a 60 by 60 building, and that concrete truck is parked probably about 15-20 feet away from the south side of the building, so it can reach probably close to 80 feet out without any issues. So it's a very impressive piece of equipment to watch work. I really enjoyed watching this process come together. And so with all my anticipation, they're finally laying down concrete. So as they do this, they're kind of going back and forth. They're leveling the concrete as they go with a laser, making sure that it's actually level, because obviously if one side's higher than the other, you're not going to be able to set your wall forms very easily. So that would be a problem. But these guys did a great job on that. Everything seems to be looking well. Yeah, so at this point it's just keep going until they're out of concrete, which that right there is the end of the first truck, which got maybe a little less than half of the footings done. So not too bad. One truck of concrete got us almost halfway there. So, and there goes truck number 1, and truck number 2 has got to start backing up, and we're going to do this again. So truck number 2, it's kind of a tight turn to get in this lot. Not the easiest thing to get in and out of, but we'll try to fix that later on. Truck number 2 is now pumping concrete and made some more progress. Kind of missed a little bit of footage there for truck number 2, so right now we're waiting on truck number 3. But while we're waiting on truck number 3, his guys are going around putting rebar in, leveling everything out. So with the next truck pumping, we're making progress. We're on the north side of the building. That white pipe that you see kind of going through the trench, all that is about a 3-foot long pipe. It's just the sleeve. That's what my drain pipe will eventually go through. Again, it's a drain pipe for the floor drains, so nothing too crazy, but gonna make life a lot easier to just be able to slide those pipes through the sleeves. Look at that concrete flow. Isn't that exciting? I like seeing that happen. Making progress. And now we're back where we started. So all we have to do is put this last little bit in and fill that trench up. So, and concrete's poured. Man, I have concrete footings. This shop is actually gonna happen. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. I've always wanted a shop, and this is my dream shop. It's a long time coming. There's a lot of work left to be done, but it's happening. I'm getting pretty excited about it. What I didn't realize, and it makes sense now that I'm seeing them do it, is they actually put the rebar in after they pour the footings. So it's just very easy. They just lay the rebar down. It's 2 pieces, and he just uses that 2x4. Nope, it's a trowel. Sorry, not a 2x4. He's using a trowel just to shove it down about 6 inches into the concrete. So as long as the concrete's still wet, super easy to do. They didn't have to work around it and fight it and try to lift them up out of the dirt. And yeah, that makes complete sense now that I see it. Bye-bye, expensive pump truck. I'm sure we will see you again another day. But it's very interesting watching these machines work. That is a very long boom on that truck. But that one man sitting there in the left-hand corner there, he's operating it all by remote control. So kind of fun. And that is my shop footing. So you can see the little cookouts on the top side of it. That again is just give the wall some structural strength, because that is going to be an 8-foot wall on that side. But we are so close to foundation, so making progress. And now it's time for more rock. So before we can pour the concrete slab, we have to put a layer of base rock down to give the concrete a nice stable foundation. So, you know, just more things that have to be done. So we hired today C&E Excavating out of Sedalia to bring us the rock. And again, James Webb was out here, so he and I were kind of, before he got here, I was running the skid steer, and then once he got out here, he went ahead and finished things up. Because I'm pretty good with the skid steer, but let's be honest, he's better. So now it's time to spread the rock. Got multiple dump truck loads here, so now we need to get it all spread out. As soon as all this is spread, then we will be ready for I think next comes the walls. And then once the walls are poured and ready, then we can start doing the actual floor. So this job's ultimately going to take 3 days worth of concrete, but that's all right. This is a much bigger job than I realized, but it's finally getting done. So, and me saying finally, you know, it's just been years of wanting and dreaming, so it's not like I've been delayed by anybody. So every company that I've worked with, they've been Johnny on the spot. Things are happening a lot faster than I thought they would once we actually committed to, all right, we're doing it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back soon. Hopefully I will get the wall video up soon. and then hopefully we'll get a floor. And after that, I understand come July, I get the building. So fingers crossed. So I'm Ben with MD Triple Creek. Good luck to you.